Hello, everyone, and welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the show. And welcome, one and all, to Taco Tuesdays with my excellent and infamous host, David from Tarot by the
Oh,
Bay.
me! I was wondering who the third person was. You had excellent in there. And in trivia for Taco Tuesday, I've got my seltzer water with lime in it and completely and utterly not a margarita.
Oh, good.
You know it's not a margarita because there'd be salt on the rim of this. I would
Good.
drink a margarita without salt.
Well, there you go. There you go. So, what have you been up to? I've been watching your numbers grow. Oh my God. Like, what are you doing? Who are you paying off? I'd like to just quietly email me their name.
Exactly. It's funny because you and I talked about probably 2 months ago, and
Yes.
I had just hit 6,000, and Um, I am knocking at the door of 12,000 right now. It's like
I know.
double my subscribers in 2 months. I don't know what happened. Um, it- I don't have. I didn't subscribe to any service. I think, and in one video I asked the viewers, like, how did you find this channel? Because just the number of subscribers was skyrocketing. I think
Yes.
what ended up happening was that right around the time I hit 6,000. YouTube's algorithm might have started showing me more like on Susan Lynn's channels. Like, if you like this, check this out. Or uh, some other channels like that. And it started spreading from there. That also was right around the time I had that one video that made it to the conservative side of YouTube. It was Fonnie Willis. It was Judge McAfee going to
Yeah.
rule on Fonnie Willis, and I had as many viewers from the liberal side of YouTube as are on the conservative side. So I started hearing all the conservative conspiracy theories regarding that judge, and from that point on, it just kept
Oh,
growing.
there
And
you go. That
looking
must
at my
be
videos, it's really interesting. A lot of people are looking back at a video I made back in 2023 about why did they bury Ivana Trump so quickly. It was a popular video back in the day when I did it. It died off, and I don't know if you ever look at your stats. Usually, in a day's time, my videos have tapped out. That's it. That's all you get out of it.
yeah.
This one came back like Easter. It came back from the dead. It's now my second most watched video that I
Yeah.
have out of all my videos. It probably got 10,000 views the first time around, and
Yeah.
it's gotten about another 20 or 30,000 views in the last couple of weeks.
Perfect.
It's it's
Perfect.
wild. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Dan said, yeah, that's how he found you, was coming, like, I guess, a recommendation. And yeah, Denise Fletcher says that, yeah, she started following you is because you're real and you're funny.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't think my older sisters always think that, but yes, my brother and I think we're hilarious.
That's fine. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So yeah, I have been really, really absolutely thrilled to see how your numbers have grown. And I've said a couple times, you know what? I don't know who's more excited about your numbers going up, you or me, because I check your numbers before I check mine.
It's been wild, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. It's like I don't know. It's just like I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing because whatever it is, it seems to be
It's
working.
working. Exactly. Yeah, it seems to be working. So that's just fine. So yes, welcome to all 113 of you. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as David says, do all the YouTubey things so that we can get our message out to more people, because they want to hear what we have to say. It's just they don't know where we are. So when you like, share, subscribe, you help them find us. So you're doing it for them as well.
Yes, clearly.
Doing it for them.
No ego at all. Yes.
No, no, we're just We're just the messengers, that's all. But
Yeah, so I just walk down the street looking down at people now. Good God, they don't give anything for 10,000. Can you imagine having a little silver YouTube thing? Oh yes, wear like a Flava Flav's clock around my neck.
yeah, yeah. You know who I am. Do you?
Yes. Do you
You
know
heard
who
of
I am? You should. Did you watch YouTube?
I'm big on YouTube. So anyway, it has been really it's been an interesting couple weeks. This week in particular has been really good. And hello to all the members that are that have come in. Just very quickly, Linda H is a member. Louise Fote is a member. Who else do we have here? I know that there was somebody else, and it's just one of the benefits of being a member is, yeah, when you come in the room, you get a shout out from yours truly. So there. So yeah, thank you for being here. So, what's new with you?
Just working. I was telling you, I took today off from work. We can only accrue X amount of hours of vacation time, and I'm right up against the limit. So today was a vacation day. I slept in, um, went on a coffee run, uh, uh, picked up some coffee for my wife while she was working. Read through all my comments, recorded all my videos for tonight. Played on the computer for a while, watched some videos. It was just a nice chill day.
Good, good. And listen, Hilda Flores wants to know, where's Nico?
Oh, last I saw him, he was asleep on the bed. This is kind of that last minute nap time before waking up and making nighttime the right time. So a lot of times when I'm reading, I do it right after work, right about now. And so this is one of those instances where he's like a toddler. He wakes up.
Yes.
And he goes looking for some adult unit, and then
Yes.
he'll jump up and he just wants to be pet because he's all soggy.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Just pay attention to me. Yeah, you're right. It's exactly like a child. Like, I just need some cuddles.
Yeah,
You know?
it doesn't need to be. Yeah, you're here. I'm warm. Everything's great.
Yes, absolutely. So, I do have a couple things that we can look at, and I know some of them you've already done readings on them, so this is going to be whatever.
The cards change, energy changes. The reading's usually the same, but you get more insight with them.
Yes. So yeah, one of the things that I was reading on earlier today, and this was after I saw your video about Walt NADA, and that he might be looking to flip.
Yeah.
And so I thought that we might take a look at that and see what that feels like, because it's he was the headline that I read was, yeah, he was promised a pardon if Trump gets reelected. Well, that's supposing a lot of things.
Yeah.
Trump is reelected. Trump is in the right frame of mind. There's a lot of things that have to happen before that can happen. So, yeah, just what do we think about that? Is he going to flip?
I want to throw in that because it was interesting when I did my reading yesterday. I saw, it came out with the 4 of Wands, which looks like it's welcoming or letting the door hit you on the butt on the way out. And to me, it also looks like prison bars. And I was thinking he was going to make a deal, but I should also read it. I should have read it as, what happens if he doesn't take a deal? He's going to end up in prison, and I would have been interested to relook at that spread and see how that comes out. But let's see, how's Walt NADA? Is he going to take a deal? Okay, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. It's about relationships, going forward on relationships. A lot of times in our political readings, we refer to it as false friends. People who pretend to be your friend, pretend to have your best interest at heart, but don't. And that's the low energy version of that card. Certainly, Walt NADA is a friend to Donald Trump through and through, very loyal servant. But it's a one-way street here.
Yes.
Crossed by the Knight of Pentacles, mercenary. So in the low energy, we're talking somebody who's a false friend who is a mercenary. So this is like talking about his lawyer.
Mm. Yeah.
And he and I forget now the name of the hearing that they had to challenge his lawyer. It was a Hispanic last name.
Oh, Sandoval.
Is it Sandoval?
Yeah, Sandoval hearing. Yeah.
With regards to that, because this lawyer is representing multiple defendants in the case, and therefore you can't have your client's best interest in the case if you're representing multiple people in that same case. And really, underneath this Queen of Swords, Walt NADA really needs to make a hard choice. Right now, he's got this lawyer who's supposed to be representing him, but he's a mercenary. He's representing Trump, and he does not have his best interests at heart, but will represent himself as having the best interests in heart.
Exactly.
And in that previous court case, NADA waived it and said, "No, I'm keeping my attorney." If you keep your attorney, things are not going to end well for you. Past is the Ace of Cups. This is NADA being very influenced by Trump pleading with NADA. There's a strong emotional connection between Walt NADA and Donald Trump. That's the best way I can explain it. If you were looking at something platonic, it would remind me of like a traditional English butler with the Lord of the Manor, and the butler does anything, kind of like Batman with Alfred. Alfred is just always there for Batman type of thing. Yes. But it's like that manservant or the sergeant to the officer in the British military. It's that kind of vibe. Current situation is strength. Right now, I think NADA is being strong for Trump. He's being strong for maintaining his position with that case. He might be hearing things that he doesn't like or seeing things that he doesn't like, but his strength hasn't waned yet. To me, the thing that's going to cause his strength to wane is if Donald Trump has some type of major health issue, or something happens where it suddenly starts occurring to Walt NADA that Donald Trump is not going to be reelected in 2024, and then what? Right now, he's chained to the devil. He has willingly chained himself to the devil. This Queen of Swords energy underneath here is he needs to choose for himself. Right now, he's choosing to stay with Trump. And the lesson to be learned is if you make that choice, if you stay on that path, the justice system's going to be there, and then you're going to find out exactly how true your friend was and how much of a mercenary they were, because they're going to throw your butt under the bus. This could also be family members just trying to reason with him, saying, you're in trouble, you need to do something about it. So on the surface, from what we see, Walt NADA is being strong, he's being loyal to Trump, and he's facing the same charges Trump is facing. Underneath, there's pressure for him to make a decision. Outcome is the death card, the endings. Again, last night I did a reading saying I think he took a deal, or he would be offered a deal and he should take it. If I look at this reading, if he doesn't get offered a deal, and it could be that this whole thing right here is there's a deal on the table for him. If he doesn't, that's going to be the end of this chapter of him. He's going to go to prison.
Yes.
He's probably going to get court-martialed and lose a good chunk of his military pension. They might have to bring him back in to court-martial him, but I could see that happening. The the positive alternative is if he makes the tough choice, he might try and sever his connection with Donald Trump. But right now, it still looks like he hasn't made up his mind. I'm not getting a vibe one way or another with this. This is just telling me if he sticks. Right now, I think he's sticking. We'll see if he changes his mind. But there are folks underneath there, that Queen of Swords, that you got to get real. And honest to God, what he really needs is a different lawyer. My God, that guy needs a different lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, when I said Sandoval hearing, Sandoval hearing is the one that they had with Trump, where they could decide if they were going to bring up his past,
the previous crimes,
conviction, previous crimes. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that it's the same thing with Walt NADA. I think that's something different. But anyway, I think that for the time being, yes, he's very much. He's dug his heels in, and he's saying, no, I'm going to be quiet. I think that there is an offer on the table, in that this is him looking at the details, looking at, okay, what do you want me to say? What do you need from me? That kind of stuff. There are details that he's looking at, and he might be considering it. It's almost like I get the feeling he's conflicted, right? Yeah. This is he knows what he needs to do. He knows that what's coming in for him is probably as good as it's going to get. Like, are you going to get a slap on the wrist? No, you're not. But he is very much conflicted between what he knows that he should do for himself versus his loyalty to Trump. He believes, he's drank the Kool-Aid. He really, truly does believe that Trump is going to look after him. Hello, can you name one other person that Trump has looked after? Like, just one. I don't need a whole bunch, just one.
But you could probably throw out Paul Manafort and Roger Stone, I suppose, but truly exceptional in that regard. And with my reading, to align it with yours, that double card energy, that's really the choice he has to make. Is he going to stay bound to that double or not? And the lesson to be learned is that justice card that comes out from the lesson to be learned position. It's going to have implications on his freedom. Exactly. Even if he cuts a deal, he might spend some time in prison because he's so late coming to the table.
Exactly.
And all this poor slob did was move boxes and maybe hide things at Trump's behest.
Yes.
And he could have easily just said, you know what? Is the former president of the United States. I'm very loyal to him. He asked me to move things. I didn't ask questions. I just did things. And, when I found out how serious this matter was, that's when I decided to, turn state's evidence. And you probably would have gotten a very light sentence or probation. For God's sake, look what Sidney Powell's getting away with. Look what Jenna Ellis is getting away with. And Chesborough, I think, is the third one in there. These folks were plotting a coup, and they had to write an apology letter and pay a minor fine. Dude.
I know. He like I said, he's conflicted, and he's right now he feels the judgment. He really does, in that people are judging him for not doing what is painfully obvious. It's like being married to someone who is an abuser. Well, I know he hit me, but he said he was sorry and he's never going to do it again. So the Seven of Wands, he's dug his heels in and he's thinking, well, maybe. And one of the people in the chat said, I wonder if maybe he's, excuse me, waiting to hear how the Supreme Court is going to rule on Trump's immunity. it could be, but time is running out. He is Four of Swords. Like he's he either has to make a decision or one is going to be made for him, and it's not going to be the one that he wants. So I think there's no benefit for him to stay so loyal.
And even if Trump gets immunity, it doesn't mean everybody else gets immunity. It just means Trump's not going to prison.
Yeah.
By the way, Claudia Dobson, thank you very much for the super chat. I didn't have an opportunity to say thank you while it was
yes, absolutely. Up there. Absolutely. Thank you. Catherine Rodier has come in. Hello, Hilda Flores has joined us. Marie Sutton that I see here. Moon Angel, Lisa Ann, Jamie Johnson, Sylvia D, Diana Hill, Jasper Tyrell. Oh, we've got 256 folks in here. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, very nice. So excellent. All right. Well, now that we've kind of touched on the Supreme Court, can we take a look at that and see are they going to make a decision on this? I mean, obviously, it's really not going to have that much of an effect, considering that they've kicked it down the road as far as they could. Mm-hmm. So, he may not be actually facing trial for that until after the elections. But yeah, are they going to decide that they don't want to anoint the king?
I think they understand that this whole immunity thing is ridiculous. Maybe they'll set up when he has immunity or when he doesn't, but talk about giving Biden carte blanche to just go in there and send execution squads out to his political enemies, including Supreme Court justices. Oh, there's no crime involved with this. Now, here's the thing. Biden would never do that.
Exactly.
And, but he could. And that's what the Supreme Court saying. It's absolutely ridiculous. What's the energy around the Supreme Court with this immunity case and ruling coming up? Well, hey, we got the justice card here. What more do we need? We have our answer. There's going to be justice. All right, which just tells me they're not going to rule in an insane way. But yeah, all this is done as a favor of Trump to delay court cases that he's been trying, like the January 6th insurrection case. Yes. It's just been to delay that and help him along with that. Okay, so there's going to be a victory for justice in this one. That tells me there's no absolute immunity, because no duh. Underneath is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a card of practicality, values and practicality. So I think that they will certainly outline crimes that the president can't do, or criminal acts that the president can't do. I don't know if they're going to specify what acts he could do that would fall underneath that. Yeah. It's like you can picture some broad, nebulous, doing things that's in the best interest of the national security of the United States. How we know, nice and nebulous. Well, what the God's green earth does that mean? Does that mean I could send SEAL Team 6 to go execute the Putin faction of the House of Representatives because they're not in favor of the United States? Does that count? It doesn't? You sure?
Yeah. Try again. Yeah.
Okay. In the past, we have the Hanged Man. The D.C. Court of Appeals wrote a perfectly acceptable and utterly ridiculous that it even had to go to them thing about presidential immunity. And our Supreme Court could have just taken that and run with it, but they chose not to. So they took their reputation and threw it under the bus, for lack of a better description, because this case is just, is stupid. They may try and say that they're trying to look at it from all angles, but there's no angles to look at this.
Yeah.
Current situation is the Ace of Swords. I don't know. Maybe this had to be looked at. Maybe we will actually get definitions in here. We got the Ace of Swords, got the Sword of Truth on this. It shouldn't also take them a month to rule on this when they get it, but that doesn't mean they won't take that full month. These are great. By the way, these are great cards for truth and justice here.
Yeah.
Justice rules. There's going to be a victory. They're taking a look at unusual things. They're going to come out with the Sword of Truth. It's going to bring an end to this cycle. Lesson be learned. There's no stealing elections. You can't go committing crimes and think you're going to get away with it. Presidents are not kings. Even the Justice card's wearing a crown here. Presidents are not kings. Everybody's accountable to the law. Let's end this debate altogether. And then everybody's going to celebrate. Hooray!
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any other outcome that should come out of this.
I know. It's funny because I kind of get a little sense of the same thing, that they're basically the whole purpose of them putting their fingers on it was to give him an opportunity to delay things, knowing that really there isn't too much that they can say in terms of a ruling, because presidents are not kings. So and I agree with you with the lower court. It was this should have been a done deal months ago, but it wasn't. And I think, it was designed to kind of give him a little bit of a delay. I start off with the Nine of Wands with them, kind of thinking that, we should take a look at it. It's almost like, this is a major decision and we need to put our stamp of approval on it. We can't let the lower court say, this is okay. We need to say this is okay and this isn't, and so on. It's like,
clearly,
me too, right? I think that, when they finally do come down with something, I think that it's going to be successful. I mean, people are going to be happy with what they have to say, because basically they're going to rule on the side of the government that, you don't have immunity from things that you do. That's why you have staff. That's why you have advisors. That's why you have all these people around you, so that you don't find yourself in a situation where you're making dumb mistakes and winning dumb prizes, right? So I think that they're part of what they're doing is with some of the recent decisions, it feels like they realize how unpopular they are. And so this is like their way to try to, what's the word I'm looking for? To try to validate themselves. Like, see, we are doing the right thing.
Redeeming themselves.
Redeeming themselves. Yes. That's the word I was looking for. Yes. Yeah. And like I did in the last reading, I get Seven of Wands as my fifth card here on the end, which is, standing their position, doing what they need to do. This feels like a non-victory victory, in that when they finally do come down with the decision, it's going to be one of those duh moments. Like, really? We did this for how many months so that you could, you could come out and say that, he doesn't have immunity? Or the other thing that they, maybe they might say, well, he doesn't, no, even that, I was going to say that he might have immunity in some things, but not others. But no, they're not ruling on his personal life. They're ruling on his life as president. Is the president immune? No, he's not. Okay.
I
All
do
right.
wonder if by this a certain case like Judge Chutkin's case being delayed by this, if that opens up a window for it to happen this summer that may not have been open before. We'll see.
Could be.
I mean,
Could
that's
be.
the hard thing. That's the hard thing that we can't see. All these machinations might actually make the timing
Yeah.
even better when these court cases come, or maybe they were never supposed to come because we're supposed to choose freedom, liberty, and independence over tyranny, and we can't, fudge the scale by having him be a felon in prison when he's running. Then
Yeah.
people would say,
Yeah.
you didn't really make a choice. There was no choice to make.
Exactly. Totally.
Not how I would run. Not how I would run the galaxy. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. If I could, yeah, that not one of the choices I'd make. And I just noticed here, Hilda Flores wanted to know, did we see Marie Sutton's question about Judge Cannon? No, I missed it. So if you want to post it back up.
What's Judge Cannon going to do after he doesn't get immunity? I know she's waiting for that ruling.
Oh, what is she going to do?
Is it Judge Cannon or Judge Chutkin? Because I know Judge Chutkin's case got put on hold for this. Judge Cannon hasn't really delved into that too much. She just keeps not making any paper-based rulings at all.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
she drags that case along.
Yeah. So I don't know that she would necessarily be waiting for that, but yeah.
Yeah, because with Judge Cannon, that stuff happened after he was president. He's no longer immune. January 6th, he was still president. So I think maybe I'm just trying to, for clarification, are you thinking Judge Cannon or are you thinking Judge Chutkin?
Yeah, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so many judges to keep track of. McAfee in Georgia, Cannon in Florida, Chutkin in Washington, D.C., Rashawn currently criminal trial, Engaron in for the civil trial.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was now I can't remember. Was Rashawn the one that, or no, was Engaron that ruled on the first defamation case?
Yeah. Okay. I think she's looking for a way to dismiss Judge Cannon. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I think that if we're looking at Judge Chutkin, yeah, we can certainly take a look at that and see. But I mean, all she's waiting for is, for something to come down so that she could say, right, let's set a date, let's do this, right? Judge Cannon is just sitting back doing nothing except kicking the can down the road.
Yeah, Marie. What I remember with Judge Cannon is that she was with the jury instructions trying to set up a scenario where there would be like double jeopardy or something along those lines to prevent that case from going forward. Because letter of the law, Trump is so guilty, he doesn't stand a chance. So the only thing she can do is to try to get the case dismissed altogether.
Yeah, exactly. But okay. Yes, Hilda, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't forget, guys, to do the like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. It just really helps with the algorithms. And you would be surprised how many people will watch us regularly and not subscribe. And I know who some of you are.
She's got like the Miss Marianne magic mirror.
I'm just saying, okay? So, someone mentioned, would there be a problem with one of the female jurors? I don't know. When I did my reading on the jurors, I thought that they were this. I like this jury.
Yeah.
I think it's certainly not a jury of his peers, because these are smart people. They're educated people, right? Um,
Yeah, the readings I got on the jury, that this jury was going to be great. I did a reading on the first 7 that sat down, and it was a strong reading. And then on the follow up, yeah, I've got no problem with this jury and the alternates. I think we've got a really solid jury. And basically, I got the Justice card and the Sun card. What they
yeah,
come out with, they come out with. It's our legal system. If Trump is found, if it's a hung jury, just let it go as a hung jury and take the victories that we have had, which is like Trump falling asleep during court, Trump, letting go of his bowels and letting go of gas in the court. Even if he doesn't get convicted on this stuff, the grossness of this man has been on full display for everybody to see.
yeah,
Sleepy Joe Biden, look at this guy falling asleep in court.
yeah.
Biden's old. Well, you can't even. Yeah,
Yes,
let's not shame people for the lack of bowel controls.
yes, yeah, exactly. Well, not yeah, not only that, but all his say what you will about Michael Cohen, about Stormy Daniels, all that kind of. You know what? They they are showing Trump to be the the less than moral Christian person that you would have a lot of these folks following. Um, so yeah. Now listen, well, since we're someone asked about the female juror, and what came up, I know, is jewelry, the female jewelry. So that reminded me. Um, for those of you that are not aware, and if you're looking for a special gift for your mom on Day, which is coming up in May, um, Melania Trump has a necklace that she wants to sell you for Mother's Day. It's even got her name on it. It's only $245. It's ugly.
Mm,
Or as we would say up here, it's fugly.
mm.
Okay. So, um, and seeing that, it reminded me that how much of the current Trump family, how much they owe to the first Mrs. Trump, Ivana Trump, who after the divorce from Donald went on to be very successful in her own right. Because let's see, she was the brains behind the organization when they were married. She was the one that got things done. So when she was no longer there, that's when things really started to fall apart. So, yes, Ivana Trump had her own jewelry line, her own clothing. I think she was clothing. I know it was cosmetics that, she was flogging on QVC and TSC and a few other the shopping channels around the world and whatnot. So Ivanka follows after her and kind of does a lot of the same thing, with, handbags, shoes, and so on. Now Melania is selling jewelry. Like, has anyone thanked Ivana Trump for all the ideas that she gave them? You know? So yeah, let's do a two-parter on this. How successful is this going to be? And really, where is the money going? Like, is it too early? Could it be
I
it's
just
going
still
to
laugh because it's $245
Yeah.
because they cannot not do that
No.
for themselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be wildly successful.
Yeah.
$245 in this economy for what looks like a three leaf shamrock that with her signature on the back. Yeah, I don't think sales are going to really crush it here. Crossed with the Four of Wands. And and the Hierophant underneath here. What do we have? We've got, you know, yeah, put it on your wedding registry. Wedding, welcoming people or seeing things off. There's not a lot of money. I mean, there's a ton of money to be made with this because somebody was posting it. They don't even think it's real gold. It's not $245 worth of jewelry.
Yeah.
That's for darn sure. So the profit margin is amazing. But I think if this is like Melania's first foray into the world of jewelry, it's not going to be long lived. Yeah, I think because they're touting this as a Mother's Day thing. Sales are going to be poor, and they won't be able to give this stuff away.
Yes.
It's not going to be accepted. It's not going to be welcomed by people. We have big government things coming underneath there, or big organizations. I don't know who's distributing. No, this wouldn't sell on Amazon. Literally, I don't know who's selling it. Is she selling it on QVC? Do we know how she's actually selling it?
I don't know. The little tidbit that I saw, it almost looked like and sounded like she was selling it herself. So I don't know that she's going through anyone else. And it didn't look like it was related to QVC or any of the other shopping channels or.
Okay. I'm trying to make heads or tails of this. I think the best I'm getting from this is an opportunity window that's open, and it probably has to do with Donald Trump's big with his trials. There's nothing here. I don't know if maybe she also wanted to launch this into a larger product, but there's not going to be any sales with this. In the past, we've got the Six of Coins. Trump's people have already given him all that they can give this guy.
Yeah.
And he keeps going back for more. And they just honestly, it's like they've run out of money. Current situation, Nine of Swords. It's are we getting to the Melania divorce here? Five of Coins, money's going away. This is the wedding card or the divorce card. I think she's trying to get her last grab at money before the divorce comes. And that's why the Hierophant's underneath here, because it's going to be a government thing with alimony or lack thereof for prenup. Yeah, she's had money, but they've also milked that base for all they're worth. She's moving quickly. She has to move quickly because guess what? Melania Trump necklaces aren't going to sell when you're no longer Melania Trump.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to care about you. That's why, holy crap, when's Mother's Day?
May, just a minute. It's like three weeks, maybe.
Okay.
May 12th.
When I keep saying Melania is going to divorce Donald probably in the summertime, it's going to be after Mother's Day, because there's no sense in selling this and then getting a divorce. That is not good marketing. Queen of Pentacles. This is all about the grift. She's, hey, maybe I can grift off of Donald's. Off of Donald's base as well. I've got to take this action. I got to do it because she's getting ready to go. Oh, out comes the Eight of Swords. She wants to set her. She's been trapped in here. She wants to set herself free. I know. Maybe if she made a bunch of money, she might stay. I doubt it, though. I mean, this marriage. No, honestly, to me, this is all about one last gasp of, do I stay married to Donald? Because if I can sell a bunch of jewelry, I might be able to last a little bit longer as I pursue this this venture. But if this stuff doesn't sell, and honest to God, it's not going to sell, there's no point in her sticking around. There really isn't.
no, no. And Rose Blue said, yeah, she just checked it out, looked it up on Temu, and it's selling for 69 cents to $3.75. That
What's
was one.
Timo?
Temu is the Chinese website that has all kinds of knockoffs and
Ah.
yeah. And then Danielle Spencer said, yeah, Midas Touch said that Melania's signature looks like the Neiman Marcus on the
Yeah,
back of the necklace.
I could see that. It has the words love and gratitude engraved
Yeah.
onto it. It really does look like Neiman Marcus signature, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you know what? Yes. I love you. I am very grateful. You are sending me $245. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi,
Good God.
Michelle. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think this is yeah, she's trying to kind of come up with some more money because you know what? There are some people that no money is ever enough, right? They just want more and more and more. And this is her final kind of foray into she feels like she deserves this. This is her just reward for having put up with him for as long as she did. That yeah, this is her getting her due. Ultimately, no, she's walking away. That's she's yeah, no, this is not going to work. This is not a good idea. Melania, whoever told you this was a good idea, I don't know, maybe you should have asked someone else. Like, maybe look at some of the past designs that Ivana Trump had and maybe copied something that looked like Ivana's. That at least then it might have had a little bit of class. But yeah, no, that is not going to work. Okay, this is really good. Breaking news: Senate
Right
just
on.
passed the 95 billion for Ukraine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that is wonderful. Okay, that is very, very good. Um, Hold on. What else? I have to look and see what else I had on here because um, okay, with Donald being unable to come up with the 175 million so that he can appeal Judge Encaron's ruling.
He could still appeal. They would confiscate his stuff while appealing.
Ah,
Just make sure we got that clear because Trump
okay.
always says, no, they're gonna, I can't appeal unless I do this. Now let's get the narrative out right. You can
Oh,
appeal. This prevents New York from taking all your putting the Denver boot on your 757 and taking down Trump Tower and putting under new management.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Yeah, because I was under the impression that it was that he had to pony up the money before he could appeal.
No. He
But
can appeal.
okay, so if he can appeal, here's the question that I had was if my father was in trouble and he did nothing wrong and he was found guilty of something and he was appealing the charge, I would do whatever I could to help him out. So where are the Trump children that between the three of them and between their spouses and their spouses' family that they can't come up with 175 million? Either 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 they're not really as rich as they'd like everyone to believe that they are. Imagine that. Or they're all doing, like that. Who was it that went into the bushes? What his oh he wasn't Speaker of the House when he was his press secretary.
Oh, that was Devin Nunes. Oh, it
Yes,
was Sean Spicer. Sean Spicer hid in the
that's
bushes.
what it was. Yeah, that
Yeah.
into nothing to see, nothing to see. So yeah, people are definitely walking away from Trump. Does that not? How's this going to work out for him? Like, what does that say about you when your own kids say, "Oh, Dad, I'd love to help you, but you know what? I'm a little strapped myself right now."
I think part of it is I don't think about it. $175 million is a metric crap ton of cash. I mean, that's lottery winning type stuff.
Yeah.
And if your dad $175 million, you're probably your immediate family, all your nieces, nephews, cousins, aunts, uncles, and their neighbors. If they sold everything they had, you probably still wouldn't get close to $175 million.
No.
Just, even if it's Canadian dollars, it's
Yes, yeah.
The second thing is that, like his father, Fred, Donald has all the businesses in his name. He controls all the money. And just like the Apprentice TV show, his kids are little marionettes that have to do what he tells them to and dance when he wants to, so that they are still in the running for their inheritance, whatever that may be. So Donald's the one with all the money. He has all the money and all the control. That doesn't mean that Junior doesn't have some cash. That doesn't mean Eric doesn't have some cash or Ivanka doesn't have some cash. Certainly, I think Ivanka grifted the living bejesus. And honestly, her husband taught a master course in grifting.
Yes.
Now, the $2 billion hedge fund that he manages, that's not his money. That's the Saudis' money. Well, I should say it should be the Saudis' money because that's how hedge funds work. But he's also being paid tens of millions of dollars a year to manage that fund and make it money. I forget what it is. It's like he gets like 1% or 2% or something like that of the fund total, plus a little extra if the fund hits certain markers. So he's making $25 to $50 million a year. That's a hell of a grift going on. So Ivanka and Jared probably would be the ones who could closest. If they liquidated all their stuff, they probably could do it. But they shouldn't have to. Donald's the one with all the assets.
Uh-huh.
And the other reason is, why the hell would they want to do that? Usually if you're doing that because you really love the person and you really think they're innocent and they're going to win their case. And Donald's not innocent, and they know he's not going to win their case, and all their stuff's going to get taken away, and he's not exactly the type of person who reimburses you.
No. No.
So what are we reading on? Are his kids going to step up and help him?
Yeah, is anybody, well, actually, at this point, is anybody going to step up and help him? Because, yeah, I don't see any benefit. Like, there's, yeah.
Let's see. Describe who would step up and help him. It's like, yes. Let's see the world card. Let's see that overseas money coming in here. Deck is upside down. Victory. It looks like somebody is going to do it. Somebody's going to come in and help him. They're working on that money right now. There's that evaluation. God, these cards were coming up when I was looking at this the last time. I don't know if this is the current insurance company that's working out the details of that bond. Libby from Meister Tarot had a fantastic reading saying that somebody fronted them the money and they wanted it back. And the fact that they're trying to now lock that money up in a Schwab account is going to cause some issues. But looking at this, who's going to come in? They're working out the details, looking at the money in the past here. There's a big push to get this. Got the Smug Merchant. I'll put this together. Here's your overseas card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Nobody's coming in. Nobody's coming in to help him. Okay, current situation. He got his court victory, and they're still working on that bond and working out the details of the bond. When he went looking, he finally found this guy who had some money that was going to, put this money up and basically buy Trump some time. The thing that was interesting with that was that agreement, which was just this convoluted mess, which was, believe me, was done on purpose. The they had an account with money in it, but it also had like other stuff. And Trump could take the money out and replace it with other stuff. So what he was going to try and do was he was going to try and put properties or stuff like that into this account that the bond was off of. And Letitia James is a little bit more clever than that, saw what was happening and said, no. We want cash on the barrelhead in a money market account, which is fine. Libby from Meister Tarot added a wrinkle to this last night when I was watching her, or 2 nights ago when I was watching her video about she still doesn't see this bond going through. And what she was seeing is that somebody put up the money to allow this insurance company to be the surety of that bond. But that person was, the way I was interpreting it was there was only a short-term loan. It's like, I'm going to give you my car so that you can take this girl on a date. I'm going to let you drive my expensive S-Class Mercedes-Benz so you can take this girl on a date. And now what you're coming back and saying is that this girl and her father expect you to pick her up in this S-Class every day and take her to school and drive her to work and take her on dates. And this guy's like, no. That's my car. I lent it to you for a little bit. We agreed it was just going to be for that one date, and then you were going to give it back, and you were going to put your janky old car in its place. Yes. And it's like, now by forcing that money, this decision where you're forcing that money to be in that bank account, the person who fronted up that money is like, I'm not so sure about this. You said this money, there was going to be money coming in from overseas, and that money hasn't showed up yet. And when they can't, something's going to happen where I think money is going to get pulled out, or this deal is going to die. There's the money. It's like he's got a benefactor of some sort that, it'd be so funny if he took Melania's money out of like her trust and put it in there. Oh my God, can you imagine if it was Melania's money that he was using? Oh, that would be hilarious.
Oh, Baron's money.
Oh my God. I kept seeing part of this divorce is that he kept promising he was going to do something with some money, and he kept not doing it and delaying, and basically she found out he lied. Man, oh man, could you imagine if he was tapping into Baron's trust fund or into Melania, some fund that Melania has set up, and he's using their money to fund his appeal bond? That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be this other company, but it's this other company that's got this money. I'm not sure what's going on here, but Ten of Swords, whatever this deal is that's happening, it ain't happening.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, very, very similar. There really wasn't a whole lot behind it. It was one of those smoke and mirror things. Don't look here, squirrel, look over there, do that. And ultimately, Eight of Swords. This is of your.
I took your money.
You did this to yourself. Yeah, you did this to yourself. What are you going to do? You know what? Okay, now that I think of it in terms of using Melania's money, let's ask that. Let's ask.
Okay.
Is he
using Melania or Baron's money?
Oh my God.
That would be wild. I mean, could you imagine the drop in the support from the man if he's taking his wife's money or his kids' money to fund this? That would be. Now, mind you, I have a hard time picturing that because it's supposed to be this other company that's getting that money. And maybe it's like, Melania fronted up the money for this other company so they could do this. And then there's going to be some Saudi money or other money that was going to come in that never came in. Yeah. Oh God, that would be amazing. Okay. Is he?
Yeah. I don't think that it's something she would do. Like, no. She would knowingly do, because she knows anything that he touches dies. Like, no, I'm not Go to your daughter. Ask your daughter. Ask your other, fantasy wife. Maybe she'll come up with
Is he
something.
is he taking her money? Queen of Swords. I'll only do a 4-carder on this one.
Okay.
Um, if he did, he didn't tell her. And it's like
Oh,
the look would be like, Donald, I just checked my account, or I just checked Barron's account, and the money's not there. Where's the money? Where did this money come from? And he gives her answers that are not acceptable. He's lying to her. It's like, oh, I got it from this, or I got this deal coming on. If you just sell 1,000,000 of these $245 necklaces, then you'll get your money back. Stuff like that. It's almost like he bought his victory by doing this, taking money. Good Lord, did he take her money? He may not have taken hers, but there's a lot of shadiness going on. At the very best, there's shadiness going on, and she's aware of it. Unless this is the judge or Letitia James. We asked about Melania, so I would read it as Melania, but if he took Melania's money, she wants it back. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know. I can't imagine that she's got. How would you even do that? I don't know. I don't know. As much as I want to laugh and have fun with this, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this.
Yeah. I think you and I are not nefarious enough that we could conceive of a way to do it, because that's not part of our nature.
Yeah.
To people like Melania, like Donald, like the other Trump's entertainment purposes only, this is that is second nature to them. Of course, they would be able to find a way to do this, to do that, put it in this account, move it here, move it there. Okay. I get the 3 of Wands. This is something that he, it feels like that's what he did, is he found a way to get his hands, or to tie up the money that was earmarked for her. And he's, yeah, he is taking her money. 9 of Pentacles. I get the Devil followed by the Fool. He honestly did not think that she would notice.
It's almost like I wouldn't doubt he took it from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't doubt that it's like, let's say, for instance, as part of the settlement, she gets some property, or she has some interest in some property. It would be like he took a lien on it, or took a loan on it, or put a lien on it, or something like that, such that now what would normally be in Barron's name, or would be in her name, is now in competition with this bond. There is just, no, subterfuge, sneakiness, backdoor. Oh, God, this guy's terrible. He is absolutely terrible. Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not related.
Oh,
what a nightmare!
Please, yeah. That it boggles my mind to think of doing something like that. Like I said, it's we're not that nefarious. We're not that criminally inclined. So it shocks us to the core that someone could do that. But yeah, that it's second nature to them. It's what they do. Oh.
Do you see Astrological Tarot's post on this?
My father is your lifeline. Oh, and yeah. Oh my goodness. After he stole my first home, I was given a new federal identity.
Yeah, because from Trump's point of view, all that money is his anyways.
Yes.
You did nothing to deserve it. You don't earn it. It's all mine. I need it. Mine.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back.
Yeah. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be an American citizen. You know, yeah, your parents would never have made it up here. And all that. Oh Lord, all of a sudden now I feel this in the kind of in my solar plexus, like OMG. I hadn't thought of that. But you know
It
what?
wouldn't even occur to me to do something like that. No wonder he's scared of Melania. If I stole Michelle's money, I'd be scared of Michelle. And I'd probably still be scared of Melania too.
Yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, Marie Sutton, absolutely. Yeah, her mom always said never trust a liar. And you know what? It's funny because I heard that a good number of years ago that, yeah, better a thief than a liar because a liar will get you killed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah.
No, Rose, he does not have a bottom. He hits just like the Republicans, when they hit rock bottom, they start digging.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Hold my beer.
Gee, many Christmas. I'm so glad I did not grow up in that family.
Oh, you and me both.
Just now, there's something for your compassion, your empathy. Could you imagine? Barron's point of view, but if you will, but Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric had to grow up with this guy under his house, under his rules, and you're not allowed to be your own person. The only way you get to be your own person is to walk out of that family and leave it.
Yes.
That's the only way you get to be your own person. Otherwise, it's all about control and manipulation, using money and power to do it.
Yes. And that's what happened with Mary Trump's, I think it was her father that, left the Trump family and said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And Michelle, oh my gosh. Yeah, my father open carries. Ooh.
Sounds like narcissism. Sounds like narcissism on steroids. Can't ever acknowledge that they did something wrong, and they're always the victim.
Yeah, it's always a case of, well, I wouldn't have done that if you hadn't .
Right.
Or if you hadn't said, or whatever. Yeah, fill in the blank. Oh, my friend. This has just been absolutely fantastic.
ending on a real high note, controversial note here.
Absolutely. This is just fantastic. You guys, oh yeah. If you guys missed any of this, you will definitely have to go back and rewatch it again because some good reads, some good insights. But oh my goodness, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, Katie. You're going to have to listen. But oh my gosh, thank you all for being here. I think at one point we might have had over 400 people. We're at 384 right now, but I think that we were over 400. So.
Awesome.
Thank you. And I will remind you again to please make sure that you like, share. After the video is over, go to our channels. And for those of you who are not familiar with David, and I cannot, how could you not be?
You've had such a peaceful life up until now.
Go down in the description of the video and there's a link to David's YouTube page. Make sure that you go over there and do the like, share, and subscribe. But do that for me first because he has more subscribers than I do. Okay, so
go to Marina's page. Very powerful page. Be a subscriber. I coined a new term last night: the accordion of hypnotic fallacies.
Oh yes.
Or hypnotic falsehoods.
You notice, that's what he does, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. When. David, as always, I love doing these readings with you. This is fantastic. I think that we got some lovely, lovely things covered and talked about some interesting things. And there's a good bit that is coming on this week that is going to be interesting. We've got SCOTUS, we've got Judge Marchand, we've got who's next? Who's going to be next to testify? Is it going to be Michael Cohen or Stormy Daniels?
I think the next one might be Hope Hicks. They're going to try and get the I'm not sure. It sounds like they're trying to get sort of the main supporting pieces in place, and then you bring in Michael Cohen to really just hammer it home, to connect all the dots. I'm not sure. I'm sure that they have thought this through. They know exactly what they're doing. We are not going to be lacking for content for the next 2.5, 3 weeks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be interesting. Maybe we should, maybe we should consider a show next week. Just, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for sharing part of your evening with us. David, as always, I look forward to these readings with you because I just absolutely love your energy and enjoy your readings. So
thank you so much. And love reading with you too. It's always a blast.
thank you. All right, everyone, take care. And we'll see you later. Catch you on the other side.